Hello and welcome to my Dare to Be Happy podcast. I'm Luisa Tillman and I'm coach for ease and happiness in your job and for positive mindset. And today the focus will more be the positive mindset. And this of course has an implication on your happiness in your job and in your whole life. But it's really about how can you create a positive mindset. There's another episode which really talks about that in detail, but I want to focus on one easy element for you today. It is something what you can directly implement, you can directly start doing. So this should be really an episode where you can directly afterwards start changing something and then observe what changes in your life. So I know I talked about the positive mindset, what it is, and also how you can get there. And I gave you a lot of background information and what you can do. Today I was reminded by a pretty negative and sad thing I've heard, how important it is to enjoy life. And how can we enjoy life? Some people think that's easy, others think that's super difficult because there's so many to-dos and things you have to follow up and invoices you have to pay, work you have to do, taking care about children and all of that. And there's a lot of people out there who can't really see the beauty of life, the beauty of what we have and the abundance of what we have, the abundance in nature, the abundance in our being, at least living here in Germany. So I'm pretty sure when you start thinking about what you have, what you love, what you really see around you, when you focus on all the positive things, you can switch a little bit your mindset. How to do that? So it is a super easy exercise. It's just one of thousands, but I would say this is the most relevant ones. To shift your perspective to the positive. How do you do that? So if you remember or imagine, or if you observe people talking, if you observe yourself talking, very often we talk about things, what we want to achieve, what we don't have yet, what didn't work out. When you watch the news, right, most of the news are negative. It's, of course, people want to be informed, but still this is creating a certain thinking in us. So when we want to change that, we should start to see the positive things. It doesn't mean we should ignore the rest, but it should mean that when you are listening here now, you can start focusing your mind, your observation, your talking on the positive sides. So it starts really with waking up and already being grateful for being healthy. For being grateful that you had a good sleep in a nice bed, you have a roof over the top. So just being grateful for the simple things. Then when you go out and there's sun, just be grateful that there's sun. If there's rain, be grateful because the rain is watering your plants on the balcony or in the garden. If there is thunderstorms, you can be grateful for because the air gets cleaned up and it will be fresher afterwards. So what I want to say, there is always something positive you can see, something you are grateful for, something where you see, wow, when I look at the fridge, I have food, I can choose out of 3 things I want to eat. I can go to the bakery. When you look at the bakery, how many rolls, bread, sweet pieces. I mean, there's so many food just in one little bakery. When you go through your apartment, house, or wherever you live, just look at all the things you have. Look at your friendships. So try really to focus your mind and your thinking on the positive things. If it's difficult for you, you can start with an easy exercise every evening or every morning. 1 to 3 things you are really grateful for and you think they are super positive in your life. The idea of this is to shift your generic thinking. It also includes how you think about yourself in your thoughts. So observe how you talk about yourself, how you talk about others. This is also super important. Are you talking bad about others behind their back? Are you lästern in German? I don't know the English word, but I think it's talking bad about other people. Or are you kind of judging what people do in a negative way? Or you're just observing and being curious about why some people do things like they do it, and be kind of open for different ways of doing things. So there's a lot of opportunities to shift the mind, to shift the thinking, to be more positive. I want to invite you to test and try. And maybe another little exercise or a supporting action you can start doing is to switch I must to I can, or I'm allowed to. So in German it would be switch every time when you are, or when you want to say the word ich muss arbeiten gehen, ich muss, you switch it to ich darf. Think about people who don't have a job. Think about people in other countries who would love to be able to earn money. So I think it's a shift of mindset. Always try to understand how grateful you can be, how honored you are to live that life you are living. The secret of focusing your mind and your thinking on the positive side is you switch your mindset, you switch your energy, and this energy is sent out. So you will get more of the positive. You will perceive more positive because you want to train your mind on it, but you also will get more positive things. And if you just look back and reflect on when you have been in a bad mood, in a different situation, difficult situation, and you really saw only the negative, guess what happens to you? Very often negative things happen to you. If you talk negative to or about somebody, guess what? That person feels that energy and you will get the respective response. So I want to invite you to start shifting your mindset to a more positive one with these kind of very tiny and little changes. Just go out, go for a walk. Observe the nature, how beautiful it is. So I hope you enjoyed this easy and very positive session or episode. It's not rocket science, and you might have heard that, but it's really about inspiring you to keep doing that again or start doing that. It is so important and is so essential. There's more exercises, there's more background information. I did another podcast episode on that one, so feel free to listen to it. I'm not sure if it was in German or English. I think it was also in English. Let me know if you have questions. You can book anytime a chemistry call on my homepage, luisatillmann.com. It is cost-free. We have 30 minutes and we can talk and understand where your struggle is, and I can give you already some ideas. We can work out something. So let me know, and I wish you a wonderful day. Thanks for listening. All the best for you. Bye-bye.